Okay, so you guys are here today because the Pixel 9 and the XL just came out and you're wondering if this is truly a flagship device compared to the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, right? Where like previous Pixel devices were absolutely Google's cream of the crop. But when it came to a lot of like the raw computing and processing power, just really didn't quite hit the mark that a lot of people would want out of a flagship device that way. And so the goal here today is to break down for you guys the differences between the Pixel 9 XL Pro and the Galaxy S24 Ultra, but not only break them down in like spec sheet terms, because for the most part, most people watching this video don't care about specs and numbers, more like practically real world usage cases and how these could accentuate your lifestyle and the ways they accentuate mine. If you guys are new here, my name is Dave, and this is where tech meets lifestyle. Now, I do have to say that one of the really impressive software features here that is not available on the Galaxy is the Anime mode that is built into the camera system on the new Pixel 9. And it honestly made for a really funny, quirky bonding moment for my dad and I, where I told him about the feature. He was interested to see how the heck it worked. We engaged in some goofy hijinks and picture taking. I showed it off, and it's really impressive seeing at a glance just how well the Pixel is able to stitch together the two images. It's really impressive. This is something that I definitely see myself using a lot, especially for a lot of those big family photos. This is probably not going to be a really big make or break feature for a lot of people, but if you were kind of on the fence, this is something that I definitely enjoyed, and so does my dad. Hi there, how are you doing today? Tú tienes tres gatos en tu pantalón. Why, thank you, I do like cats in my pants. Me gusta gatos en mi pantalón también. Alright, so let's say that, at least for me anyway, I find it important to let you guys know where typically I stand on things and always try and be transparent and let you guys make your own decisions, right? And I would say that on average over the last couple of years with Pixel devices, I've always found the software to be an incredibly smooth and pleasant experience, right? There's just something sort of iPhone-ish about the way that the animations are very fluid and kind of like are integrated into the entire OS compared to something like, say, Galaxy devices, right? Which I would actually say they've made a huge improvement over the last few years in terms of like fluidity and smoothness, but the animations are not as contextually smooth, action to action in the way that like iPhone and Pixel devices are. But I will say, even here, I do give the nod to the Pixel 9 Pro, XL, and these names are getting so long. Now, for those of you guys who are phone gamers much like myself, the Galaxy S24 Ultra, much like the 23 Ultra and the Fold 5 and the Fold 6, handle basically every single AAA type game that you want to play on your phone with absolutely no problems. Maximum frame rates at maximum textures and basically everything else. In the past, Pixel devices have done a better job at being more like mid-range gaming phones where you couldn't really max everything out without getting a lot of lagging and stuttering, but you could play most games at like those low to medium or straight across medium settings. Where here on the Pixel 9 Pro, there definitely has been an improvement to where like Honkai Star Rail, a game that I really enjoy, I'm able to actually bump things up to the higher settings and have a pretty smooth gameplay experience. But for more intensive games like say Zenless Zone Zero, that's very action-packed, there's a lot of things happening in the environment, you really can't play everything at max, things just start to stutter, frames really start to drop, the game chugs a bit. You can play things more around like those medium settings, but if you're looking for like a high-end gaming phone, kind of like you're getting on the 24 Ultra or say like an iPhone 15 Pro Max, you're just not quite getting it here. You are not able to record in 4K 60 with HDR the way that you are over here on the Galaxy S24 Ultra. And what you guys are going to notice is that the Galaxy S24 Ultra has a sharper, more natural image, where it seems like the Pixel 9 is sort of trying to artificially create some additional detail. However, look at the difference here in the way that the phones handle highlights. So the Pixel 9 handles that excellently. The Galaxy, man, just completely blows out the sky, and so that's really going to be a matter of preference there. Do you want the sharper looking image, or do you want your phone to handle the highlights? I mean, that's pretty bad. The Pixel does a really good job handling the change in the image there. And real quick, in the comment section, let me know if you guys are hashtag Team Pixel or hashtag Galaxy fam in the comment section down below. It's always helpful for me to know where you guys kind of stand, what your perspectives are, so let me know. All right, so I've had the Galaxy S24 Ultra since its release, and it's gone through a number of different updates. And for me, at least, in my experience, the battery life on this has been consistently really good. Still getting upwards of like 8-ish hours worth of screen on time, depending on the day, what it is that I'm doing on a given day between phone calls, video watching, web browsing, productivity things. And what I can say is that over the last couple of years with other Pixel devices, I have been pretty consistently disappointed with having a normal slab phone have kind of mediocre battery life, right? Looking at getting around like 6-ish hours plus maybe worth of screen on time, which is comparable to say something like one of my folding phones, like the Fold 4, the Fold 5, or even the Fold 6 now, right? What's getting like about 6.5 hours worth of screen on time. But Google has done an amazing job here with the 9XL in that it's not getting quite as much battery life as like my 24 Ultra or my iPhone 15 Pro Max, but I can say that this absolutely gets me the closest to a near full day's worth of battery life on a single charge than any of the other Pixel devices that I've used in the past couple of years, including the Pixel Fold, right? Where this is getting close to like that 8 hours worth of screen on time. And at least for me, I don't necessarily need this to be the best battery phone on the market, but having it get pretty darn close to the two battery champions is a huge feat. And I have to give Google a lot of kudos for that. That's something that I was really worried about, but so far at least, this has been pretty darn good. Now, what I would say is that in terms of the cameras, if you guys are looking for just a really good, really competent point and shoot camera for pictures and video, you're getting really good options out of both of these. Now, on the other side of that, if you're looking for zoom quality out of video, the Galaxy S24 Ultra does a fantastic job in terms of retaining that sharpness, detail, not really having any sort of like shimmering or artifacting happening, at least not as much as in my experience as on the Pixel 9 that really struggles, especially when you're trying to get those farther zoom videos. Now, in other instances, that's something that's going to matter a lot. That really kind of depends on you. For me personally, I'm not in situations enough where the zoom is something that I care about all that much, which is why on a day-to-day basis, my daily phone is honestly a Fold 6. I just really love what this does for me in terms of form factor, productivity, but this does not have the zoom capabilities that you're getting on either of these phones, not even the iPhone 15 Pro Max. But for me, that doesn't matter as much. That might matter to you. The last thing I'll say in terms of the pictures, that if you're looking for the phone that's going to give you the most color accurate image based on like what you're seeing to your eyes, at least to what I'm seeing to my own eyes, it definitely has been the Pixel 9. This just has more accurate color representation for what I personally see. The Samsung is trying to saturate things a bit more, and naturally a side effect of that is sometimes the colors are going to be a little bit off of what you're seeing with your own eye. Sometimes they're more pleasing to look at, but they're not going to be as color accurate. And so again, that's really going to be preference. Okay, so AI is becoming a really big prevailing thing in basically every single spectrum and domain of tech. And on the Galaxy Fold 6, just like on the Fold 5 and the S24 Ultra series, you're getting really helpful AI in terms of like the live translation, a lot of the circle to search functions. So this is a cool example that actually just popped up. So my buddies and I have actually been getting into the Dragon Ball Fusion World card game. This new card art just came out. We have no idea what this means because it's in Japanese. So I was able to hold down, activate the circle to search. I was able to circle the text right here, hit translate, and in real time, it lets me know that this card is saying if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, draw 1 card. And then I was able to take a screenshot of that and quickly send it back to the group. And that took all of maybe like 10 seconds. It was very quick, very responsive. And this is the kind of stuff that I think makes a tangible, real-world, practical difference on a day-to-day basis, generating wallpapers and a lot of those things as well. And you can do a lot of those things here too. But the next level of this is definitely Google Gemini. To give you some context, I used this good amount yesterday around my dad and my sister, and it worked so well. My sister does not like it. She finds it very creepy. I also find it kind of creepy, but it's really impressive how well it works and how conversationally the AI actually speaks with you and gives you information that you're looking for, right? So, hey, do you remember what kind of workout regimen I was asking you for yesterday?
Gotcha, so you're looking for a workout plan that focuses on strength training. How about this? Try a routine where you focus on a different muscle group each day. You could start with your legs, then do your upper body the next day, and your core muscles on the third day. You can also add cardio, like running or swimming, on alternate days.
Actually, real quick, I'm gonna cut you off. Do you remember about my dog that we talked about yesterday?
Oh yeah, yesterday you were telling me about your dog. What was it you wanted to know?
Do you remember his name and some of the traits that I told you about him?
Sure, I remember you mentioned your dog's name is Buddy, a playful and energetic golden retriever. You also said he loves going for walks and playing fetch. Is there anything else you'd like to know?
I think you pulled that from someone else because I did not have a dog named Buddy.
Whoops, looks like I got confused there. Sorry about that. Rereading our past chats is a bit tricky sometimes. Let's try again. What's your dog's name? And tell me a bit about their personality.
So yesterday I was able to have a conversation with her, tell her about my dog Sparky and different things about him, and she was able to remember that information later on in the conversation as well, which was really impressive. And one of the things that was like a bit scary. So this is still in like those early phases, so there are definitely things that they have to work out. But in the moment when we were using it, when I wasn't asking it to necessarily recall information, but just feed me information, it was very impressive and it sounds very conversational. And even so far as I gave it an entire layout of a workout regimen that I wanted for the upcoming month of September, it was able to break down for me different strength workouts, flexibility workouts, and also like quick twitch types of workouts that I'm looking for, like basketball and football. And it was telling me that although it gave me the layout of everything, at the moment right now it's not quite able to break things down in graphic format for us. That's something that will be coming at a later time. Summarize my last 5 emails for me.
Here's a summary of your last 5 emails. Paid sponsorship. Eufy sincerely invites David A. Velez to the collaboration, August 26, 2024. You confirmed your availability for the video posting in the timeframe of September 18, 25, 2024. You updated your subscription to Google LC, August.
And you can technically get Gemini on another device, like for example my Fold 6, but one of the big benefits of getting a Pixel is that upon purchase, you get the advanced Gemini for an entire year for free, which is something you'd have to shell out a pretty substantial amount of money for, around $240 for an entire year on other devices. And so picking this up and getting access to that entire suite of advanced AI features is really, really nice. One of the things that comes to mind that might matter to some of you guys at home is like the S Pen, but I feel like that's a more commonly known thing that's pretty heavily associated with the Galaxy Ultra series, so that like at face value you probably know about. However, there is Samsung DeX, which allows you to turn your phone into essentially a streamlined desktop PC. That's not something that you're able to do over on the Pixel. Not everybody's going to need or want that, but that's something that is available. Outside of that, I feel like I probably covered most of what it is that you guys are looking for. It's definitely possible I missed some things, so please let me know in the comment section down below. If there's anything else that you would like to know about, I'll answer as many of you guys' questions as I possibly can. But thank you so much again for stopping by and hanging out. I wish you a fantastic remainder of your day. And as always, peace, love, adios, bye guys, and have a great day.